for this son of a scrap dealer. Sablay means success. MANILA, Philippines, for students of University of the Philippines, UP. The sablay is more than a piece of garment worn during graduation rites. It represents sleepless nights, multiple breakdowns. Perfected stands for, failing it stands for, barely there but at least I passed it stands for, going to class without taking a bath, and everything else in between. It took 13 years for Thomas John Tenedero, or TJ, to make sure that he would be getting his sablay. So when he finally received the news that he would officially graduate this June, the feeling of success was indescribable. Living beside the tracks, TJ spent all his life living beside the railroad tracks, struggling to make ends meet with his father, who worked as a scrap collector, multiple nights of breakdowns, and juggling his time between studies and work. At 2 years old, he was already familiar with the sound of an approaching train. Alarm. Clock code ang tren sa madaling araw may pasok sa school. Sa gabi naman, nakadaan na ang tren tulugan na. Naranasan so na umuuga ang kanako noon dumadaan ang tren. Tenedero told inquirers of net as he recalled the many days their home beside the railway was submerged in water due to heavy rainfall. Left square bracket, the train was my alarm clock at dawn on school days. Then at night, it's bedtime after the train has passed. My bed would shake whenever the train would pass. Right square bracket, Tenedero said living beside the rails exposed him to the reality of poverty and the issues that go along with it. Many days he was scared to go home, not because it was dark and the approaching trains posed a danger, but because of drunkards on the way who would behave very unpredictably. Pinakamahirap dito is yung lumaki pa sa area na mahirap na ang nateo may bisyo pa sila. Halos may cycle kasi ang buying nateo dito sa amin kung hindi patitil sa pag-aaral, mag-aasawa na sa mayagang edad, Tenedero said. Napukontento na yung iba sa pag-aasawa mayago sa hindi pagkatapos kahit kaya naman nilang mag-push past. Left square bracket, was really hard here is growing up in an area where the people are poor and yet they still have vices. People here follow a certain cycle of life. They will either keep on studying or get married at an early age. Others are content to just get married early and not finish their studies, even if they could still keep pushing. Right square bracket, Tenedero, however, credited his early exposure to reality as among the reasons he learned the value of perseverance and resilience. Living off of scraps, it was beside the railroad tracks where Tenedero started crafting his dreams as he grew older. His father, Estanislao, a scrap collector, would usually bring home books and other reading materials for him. Dahil magsagot si Papa, madalas din siya masabiling nilagro o babasahin. Doon ako madalas nagbasa at mag-explore ng bagay na please ko natutunan, Tenedero said. Left square bracket, because he was a scrap collector, he was often able to buy books and other reading materials. That's how I came to like reading and exploring things that I have not learned before. Right square bracket, as a scrap collector, Tenedero's father earned P200 to P700 per day, P1,000 on a rare good day, a small amount considering that the job involves risking his life avoiding fast approaching trains. Galing kasi siya sa factory knitting noon sa Palanga, Laguna. Pero he decided na mag-diaryo na lang kasi gusto niya noon mag-tumita. Mahina rin kasi ang sweldo sa pabrika. Kulang ang sweldo niya, Tenedero said. Left square bracket, he used to work in a knitting factory in Palanga, Laguna. But he decided to get into dealing in scrap bottles and old newspapers because he wanted to make more money. His salary at the factory was small. It was not enough. Right square bracket, si Papa naman, dahil sa riles siya naminalay, haliging alertology. Delikado kasi. Makilang beses nang nasagasaan tren yung trolley na gamit niya. Ilang beses na rin siya muntik, nasagasaan tren, he added. Tenedero's family also faced a number of problems. His mother fell ill, forcing them to sell all they could from their little home beside the rails, and his father fell prey to vices, particularly drinking. During these moments, The people they expected to help them did not even bother to ask how their family had been keeping up. Noon, main day catch kakadayan nasu masama ang, root ko kay papa, 09 tumagal mga 1 ko ring lahat. Mga 1 ko na parkun page sing mahirap naman, Tenedero said. Left square bracket there were times when I felt angry at papa, but in time I learned to understand everything. I understood that it was all part of our being poor. Right square bracket a dream of 13 years for Tenedero. 2005 turned out to be a big year. It was when he learned about the University of the Philippines in Los Banos, living a while visiting a man who lives near the university. Then a 13-year-old grade 5 student, Tenedero learned that studying at UPL was cheaper than other schools, and the idea of studying in a premier university sparked his interest. After graduating from the Los Banos National High School, Tenedero found his dream of studying in UP within reach. He took the UP college admission test. Unfortunately, he failed. Left square bracket at first, I was really hurt because my plans in 2005 just burst like a bubble. I studied hard for that somehow. I was also embarrassed because Papa and Mama had been very supportive when I told them I was taking the UPCAT. Right square bracket thanks. However, to the university's reconsideration program, Tenedero was able to enroll at UPL, although in a different course agricultural and applied economics. The easiest test then he said he quickly realized that passing the UPCAT was actually the easiest part. His father had to work extra hard to scrape up his tuition for his first year in school. To his relief, Tenedero later qualified for the free tuition program of the university. Still, there are more things to worry about. He had to look for a dormitory, a source of daily allowance, budget for projects, and the use of computer units outside the university for class outputs, among many other concerns that needed money. So he applied as a student assistant in one of the offices in the university. Dumadaan sa life ko na walang na talaga. Maraming beses na wala talaga akong pera kong time, walang pang handout, walang pambayad dorm, Tenedero said. Pero I was always blessed case I palaging biglang may blessings na nadating or may nanlilip or na friend na UP student or alumni. Tenedero case I saw UP talaga, na future London. The academics were no easier for Tenedero either. He had to repeat some subjects several the statistics course 4 times and take a chemistry course 7 times, among others. The pressure of financial constraints and academics took its toll on Tenedero. He became depressed. Nolan na ko pag-aasawa and ultimo, nagka bipolar disorder na ako and I was depressed, he said. Hero, na a. He was the one who helped me in those dark times. Left square bracket I lost hope and I had bipolar disorder and I was depressed. But that is good. He was the one who helped me in those dark times. Right square bracket the sweetest sablay for UP students, the sablay serves as a goal. Getting to wear it during the graduation rite means reaching the goal, achieving success. Ironically, sablay in Filipino means missing a goal or falling off the mark, and certainly, Tenedero had his fair share of misses. Because he had to repeat some subjects several times, he was not able to finish his course on time. Paglipat ng na tabang tumatagal ako sa university, parang nainit na rin sa papa. Madalas silang natanong kung kailan ako graduate, Tenedero said. Then in December 2018, Tenedero found out he was finally graduating, that he will march this June, to receive his diploma. Feeling ko talaga nolan na left square bracket and parents ko right square bracket and dala o bigat after all this. A kalang case I pag-aasawa nila a, Tenedero said. Left square bracket I really felt that a burden has been lifted off my parents' shoulder. I'm really the only one they're relying on. Right square bracket Tenedero, now 27 years old, works as an administrative office assistant in the Department of Social Sciences in UPL, as he awaits his graduation rites on June 22nd. He also plans to take a master's degree on creative writing in UP Diliman. Tenedero never blamed living beside the track or selling scrap as the reason for his delayed success. Rather, these served as his inspiration to be a stronger person and be more appreciative of his parents. I also urge the youth to read a lot of books that'll stop also na simulan na nagsananitig ko na may kapatulad na silang pangarap at makita ang kalaking mundo, Tenedero said. Bustandin sana natin ang itig natin sa may kalaman. At lalong lalo na, was kayo makontento na mahirap lang kayo, hanggang dito na lang kayo. Dahil hindi. Left square bracket. I also urge the youth to read a lot of books, because reading opens your mind to possibilities and helps you form a dream and makes you see how big the world is. Let us open our minds to knowledge. And most important, let's not be content to say that, because we're poor, that's what we will always be. That's not true. Right square bracket. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe.